So you got the editor from Kotaku, which likes to stir a little bit of trouble online, likes to behave inappropriately in the public space. The best way that I can describe it is being a cheeky little shit and antagonistic to people, and when there's even the smallest amount of backlash, you're like, oh, why are people being mean to me? And she went and contacted the mother of Grummz. Now, Grummz, as some of you know, is a person who was responsible with the development and the creation of video games like World of Warcraft, Warcraft 3. You may have heard about a couple of them. So he's a big name in the industry. And this lady decided not only to dox his significant other, but also to call the significant other to, I guess, describe to the wife what a misogynistic piece of shit she thinks that Grummz is. And then thought that it's a good idea to make this public, like to display, yes, not only did I dox this person that I disagree with on the internet, not only did I dox their family member, but I also contacted them, and I also... So now you have another individual, and you gotta understand, the way these people operate, they seclude themselves from the outside world. Like they stick in their little bubbles with their little friends where they self-radicalize and they think that everyone that's not part of their clique must be evil, Satan incarnate. And one of those people is Grummz, right? So he posed this saying that this is absolutely the play we should be doing with all of these weird crips. Track down their significant others and mothers and string them up. Now, just on point, as the leftist tactic on Twitter goes, you behave like a cheeky little shit online. Like you can't say this about another person and not have that person's friends call you out. Like imagine in real life, right? You go to the most popular kid in school and you insult him, or you try to contact his mom or something like that. Of course his friends are going to take issue with you. And when that happens, they start to cry. They melt down and they're like, oh, you're sending my angry fans. And I just want to say this as an influencer. I like the word. Do you guys feel influenced? Well, I don't know how to fucking do it. I can't influence you to subscribe and click the like button, or heaven forbid, donate to my subscribe site. Like, I can't do that. You know, these are the things we would really want to accomplish, but we can't do that. Yet people believe that we're like Charles Xavier's. Like, we can send you guys out there into the world to do activism on our behalf. Like, maybe it works with left-leaning individuals, but I haven't figured out how to do it. So to accuse someone like Grummz of doing it is just bizarre. But anyway... they got reported. Now they're blocking all sorts of communication and stuff. But what I wanted to say is just how immature this tactic is. And it actually did happen to me when I first started my YouTube channel. It was back in 2014. And I also was talking, I guess I kind of like clips of TikTok, like finding the most bizarre articles, the most batshit crazy stuff, and talking about it. Like the hashtag kill all men was trending, and I was like, what on earth is this? Why would you post something like that? That's vile, that's repugnant. Like, don't you have a father? Don't you have a husband or a son that you care about? Like, why would you post something like... And it upset people, right? Because again, I was talking about these issues, and one day someone actually called my mother, God rest her soul. The problem was that, number one, she doesn't speak English because I'm Romanian. So that was a little bit bizarre. And the second thing, even if the person was to speak Romanian, or if she was to speak English, she wouldn't have given a shit. It's like, well, my son is a misogynist? What does that mean? Like, he beats his... No? Oh, he says bad things on the internet? Well, everyone says bad things on the internet. Who fucking cares, you know? But, like, it was like the culture friction, right? Still, the idea of calling someone's mother. Like, how pathetic is that? Like, the level of that, and this is over disagreements over the internet, right? I remember, like, this was a tactic in the furry community back when I was in it. You would have, like, showing the vlogs to the parents. And if you did that, no one in the furry community would ever associate with you again. Like, that was considered beyond the pale. That was considered something absolutely horrible to do to someone. But I guess it's making a comeback, right? And not to mention, the idea that Grummz's wife is unaware of what he is doing online. Like, this is also like, how do they view this interaction? What do they think it's like? Do you think that Grummz's wife would be shocked and this is not the man that I married. What do you mean? He likes sexy female characters? Oh, he likes Stellar Blade? Why, I would never. God. And, you know, of course, the interesting thing is that if anyone did this to the opposite side, oh, there would be articles about it. There would be articles on Kotaku about it. There would be articles in The Guardian about it. The BBC would write about it. Like, it would be a major catastrophe if anyone contacted the significant other of a game developer or a journalist. But, like, what I want you to notice, and this is something that doesn't even need to be said, but I'll mention it regardless. I have seen on our side constantly people going, it's like, please do not engage in doxing, harassment, or any type of behavior. And to be honest, it's not even needed. Like, there's no reason to engage in such a things because they will monetize that. It's what they want, right? So like, on our side, constant calls for calms, constant calls for peace, constant calls for, like, being the better person. When they go low, we go high. You know, I have never, not once, like, please correct me if I'm wrong, I have never seen from the opposite side, you know, from the Sony shield, from the anti-fans, from the game journalists, calls for game developers or other game journalists to leave gamers alone. I have not seen that happening. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, because I'm not everywhere on the internet. I'm not omnipresent. But I have never heard of something like this. I have never seen it. If anything, the opposite is true. Like, they're encouraging more of this. And the thing is, you realize how unhinged these individuals would be if they got even the small amount of power. The reason they're doing this is that this is the extent of their power. This is the worst that they think they can do. This is, you know, like contacting someone's wife is the epitome of the worst thing that they can. Obviously, if they could ruin Grummz, they would. Like, if they were able to hurt him financially, if they were able to destroy his business, if they were able to get him fired, they absolutely would. But they can't. So this is like their display of pathetic ineptitude and the thing that they think is good. Man, such horrible people. Can you imagine if they would ever get into a position of power? Like, ever. Something that actually means something. Because you see, like, these individuals, these types, every now and then becoming a Discord moderator or a Reddit Janny, and they get absolutely mad with power. Like, they ban anyone that disagrees, they attack, and they behave like cheeky little shits constantly. And can you imagine if they became like a politician or a police officer or a judge? Holy shit. Again, it's the personality, the mentality of someone that thinks like this, gaining actual power over other human beings. But anyway, if any of you guys want to support the channel, there's a link into the pinned comment. It takes you to my Subscribe Star. I would prefer you use Subscribe Star, but for those of you who want buyer's remorse using other payment options, you got Patreon. And I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.